have that, is that the appropriation?
That's it, yeah, that's, they will sign, but sign.
Alright, welcome everybody to our July 14th town board meeting. We'll go ahead and start off with the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I also ask that everyone speak loudly, please.
Alright, we've got approval of our minutes from our June 16th and our June 26th meetings. Could please review those and see if there's any issues or any amendments that need to be made.
Make a motion to approve both the June 16th and June 26th minutes.
Second.
Okay. Ready for a motion? Is there a second?
Yes.
Sorry. All those in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. And so that passes. Next up, we've got payroll voucher for the period ending July 11th. Any questions, concerns over it?
I'll make a motion to approve the payroll voucher for July 11th.
Sorry, I'm back. I spoke wrong.
That's what I'm sorry.
Nope, you're fine. We've got the accounts payable.
We're doing accounts payable first.
That's what I was gonna ask. So I
Yeah,
apologize.
okay. I'll make a motion to approve the accounts payable July 11th, 2025.
Okay. Motion is your second.
Second.
Here's some, I think there's some live raindrops outside. All right, anything for the motion, Brian, give it a second. All those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. And so that passes.
Is it Haley?
Hope not.
Can you tell us anything up there?
It doesn't look like it's on anything.
No, it don't look like there's anything.
It sounds like it's going
Looks like you got birds or squirrels or something all running around.
on. Huge raindrops.
No, it
Oh,
is.
raindrops? Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you.
Next up, we've got two payroll vouchers for the period ending June 27th, and also one for the period ending July 11th. Any questions, concerns over it?
I move we approve payroll vouchers for both June 27th and July 11th.
Brian, make the motion, is there a second?
Second.
Tim, make the second. All those in favor of the motion, say aye. Those opposed, same sign. And so that passes.
It's really loud in here when it actually does storm and rain.
Oh, yeah, it's gotta be.
It's in the office too.
All right, we move on to old business. First up on our old business is the Cemetery Foundation.
All right, I actually spoke with them this morning at our board meeting, and they agreed that they definitely could pay this first annual one, but after that, they won't agree to anything until they know how much they have in their budget. They said that they don't have an idea if they have zero or if they have 10,000 in their budget. Until they know how much money they have in their budget, they will not agree to any amount of money.
And this was the foundation, not the cemetery board.
Yes, even though it's the exact same people.
Yes, but it's two different.
Yes, I asked specifically for them to define the difference to me, and then told them we were asking the foundation.
Okay, good. So they'll pay the first,
They will at least pay next year, well, because I don't believe they pay one this year because of all the setup
Right.
fees, but then next year's, they will pay that 1,300 and whatever it is. But after that, and they truthfully told me, and they want us to have all of our ducks in a row as far as with them with their, how much they have in their budget. But they feel like because we're saving $5,000 a year, or not 5,000, but over $3,000 a year, that we should still be willing to pay the annual fee. But at least for the first one, they're going to cover, so we've got a year to discuss that.
Okay, so that's the cemetery foundation.
Yes.
And they want to know what the cemetery board's budget is,
Yes,
so we can report it to cemetery board can relay it to the foundation.
exactly.
Okay, we do that.
so I'm gonna put that they agree, okay, that's awesome.
They agreed for at least the first year. After that, it has not been agreed yet.
Okay, so let's do this. We're really coming up against the budget time. We can readdress this probably next, one of the meetings in August. Or make sure that when we're addressing the budget, we make sure we include the cemetery board. So we're looking at what their budget is.
They know that they fill out and get a budget approved every year. They know they don't use all of their budget, at least they don't believe they do, but they don't know for sure if they do or what the balance is or anything, and what carries over, what goes into general fund. They just kind of, they would really like to know what all, they said even if they start at zero going forward, they're not even upset with that, they just need to know where they are and, you know, how they can go forward, so if they, especially if they're gonna be expected to pay this every year, they're gonna need to make sure they have money in their fund for it.
Well, but the foundation money, we don't control.
Right, we don't,
Correct. On the cemetery board side, pretty much my understanding is what comes in goes out. We've got the
And the lawn, the mowing went up, it's,
loans, so we'll have
so
to.
we just need to work with them, 'cause that's the thing, is they don't know. They wanna know how much they have, what it is. And like I said, they did think that the city should pay the annual one. They understood the first year because we just paid $5,000 for the old website plus $8,200 for the new one. But they thought going forward, since we're only gonna be paying $1,300 instead of $5,000, they thought that the city should still pay. But we can at least, once we have all of our ducks in a row, we can better address that.
it could even be in every other, or there could be all kinds of options.
We could work something out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for talking to them.
Yes.
Next up is the Heritage Duke solar panels.
I'm still waiting on Duke to make a decision. They just keep giving me the runaround. I have a case number, so it's in there that we're asking. I don't know what the holdup is. They just have to make the decision to start billing us at that lower rate. I don't know what the runaround is, so they can still get the higher rate, I'm sure, but that's all I can do for that, is keep calling. I have a case number, I give them right off, and yeah, that's still being under advisement, or whatever, that's all they tell me when I call. And I made the very first call and got the case number in mid-May, so we're going on 2 months now of that. And I talked to Rick about that too, Rick Anderson, and he goes, well, that's kind of what they do, I mean, what are you gonna do? So I'll just keep bugging them until finally something will happen.
Did you guys document it on when that case was open? Because I just wonder once they finally do make a decision if we go retroactive.
Maybe, yes, I do. And then as far as the rebate, I contacted the guy, I think I forwarded it to you. I contacted the guy, and they don't do that anymore. They either do everything for you or nothing. They won't just take care of the rebate situation anymore.
That's the guy that Rick recommended.
Uh-huh. So then I called and talked, I forwarded it all to Rick, and I talked to him, and he said that Kevin Lister at Reedy is also someone that knows about that and can fill out the whole paperwork. So it's,
So you want to contact Reedy to see if we get the rebate.
yes.
How much was that, do you remember? Or do you know how much that?
I have no idea.
It was 30%, right?
I would, it was 6 figures.
For some reason, 250,000 comes to mind. I thought it was like 30% of our,
I can't off the top of my head.
what we paid.
I would say it was at least 6 figures because we were gonna have the option to buy that back then.
Mm-hmm.
We can take some time off. Is there I know there's a timeline for us to get it filed. Is there an expiration on this getting that rebate? Or do we have a window of?
I don't know.
So what's our action? I don't know what we need to do is get over reading.
Kevin Lister knows, and when he comes in here, he'll probably be in the end of this week. And we'll go through what needs to be done.
I think, yeah, that your expiration question is pretty important because I hate that whatever it is on the table.
Yeah, if anybody can call him and talk to him.
All right. Anything else under old business?
I didn't put the raise situation on there, but, if it could be voted on tonight, or if not, then we just move on, whatever.
So go back to the numbers on that. It looks like that we had gave a raise around 2020, and it's been since 2020 since there's been any kind of adjustment to the clerk treasurer's salary. I know that there was a proposal of a 9% increase. And I think there's some bits of sentiment of potentially maybe trying to do some kind of a matrix. To maybe get it to where we have kind of more of a consistent increase where it's playing out. I think that might be something that we could address for 26, but I do think that we could potentially make an adjustment now and then catch that up on the backside.
I proposed it for 25 and 20, like, good for 2 years, not another one in 26. So that would give you guys till 27 to come up with a matrix, like a standard matrix.
Yeah, based on the fact that it's been pretty, it's been constant for that many years, I think that we could do a slight update today. Today being relative, and as far as the matrix go, it won't take no time to put something together for 26, so I think whatever we do today, we change going into 26 as well. So one thing I wanted to mention is, when you look at the appropriation report, it looks like you're in line with that increased salary. So as far as that budget goes, it looks like we'll be okay there. My concern is that we have so much over in professional services. And I alluded in the last meeting, we need to get that down. So I think whatever we decide, whatever comes of this, they're kind of related because we're paying someone to do what that position should be doing as well. But it's also, regardless of what happens on one, I want us to somehow focus on getting the professional services down.
And I think that's something that you and I can address when we meet with Brady. and say, hey, how can we streamline this?
I would definitely be willing to take back the payroll bank and the general bank and just have them do the sewer bank. That sewer bank
Yeah.
is a nightmare.
Did you talk to them last time we mentioned this, I think we were paying $881 a month, and you were talking about trying to lower that either by them doing less or giving us a better deal or anything?
He's not been in, we haven't done, June yet. Usually, he's like at the first week of July, he would be here for June, so he's not been back in since then. But, the sewer bank, and I don't deal with the sewer bank, so I don't, those numbers don't
Yeah.
catch me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could definitely get on board with that, and that would take 2 out of 3 away.
Yeah. Well, and they may have other ideas too, of things they know that, maybe who has eyes on it, or what their process is, if they can streamline it, they may be able to suggest as well. Okay. But I think that's something that can be done,
Definitely.
outside this meeting to try and
Lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think due to a couple circumstances, one, the budget being tight, and two, the amount we're spending on professional services, I can give a motion here in a minute if you want on my thoughts, but before I get a motion, well, what I'm thinking is not 9%. That, to me, that's, nobody get a 9% increase today in today's world. Something more along the lines of the 2 to 3% cost of living for now, and then we can come up with a matrix that incorporates similar increase for the subsequent years.
So would that just be for the rest of 2025?
We'd have to look whether we want to do raises on, I guess your hiring date would effectively be January 1st. So yeah, for the rest of 25, and then whatever metrics we come up with would start January 1st.
And 26?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we do everybody else on hiring day, right? But I mean, hiring day, January 1st is the same for you.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Right now, I think the rate right now is what, $57,200.
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking 3% on that, 2 to 3% on that.
Yeah, I just calculated, if we do 2.5, it goes to 58,630. And I just happened to research it here, and the cost of living in 2025 was 2.5%.
Okay, that would be that cut, or we would need to be keeping up with cost of living, so. Is there any thoughts? It is one that, it's been a while. We also know that there's gonna be some budget restrictions coming forward. But I think it's one of those where, and anything that we do, we need to be mindful that there could be some shortfalls coming just because of some reduction in state funding coming in. I think it's something it's well overdue for this position to have that cost of living adjustment, so. Did you have a motion then?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to increase the clerk treasurer's salary effective next payroll for the duration of 2025 to by 2.5%. And then we will incorporate a pay matrix on an annual basis moving forward. The pay matrix will be constructed and voted on later.
All right, Tim made the motion, is there any second?
I'll second.
Brian making the second. All those in favor of the motion, say aye. All those opposed, same sign. So that passes. Okay. That is still within the budget amount, so nothing need to be done with that, just turn that on.
Do I then have to update the salary matrix that you guys all signed earlier in the year?
No, because I think on that, it was budgeted for,
You guys changed it back to the original.
yeah, we would need to,
I didn't know if it just said like an amendment was put in, or if the
We can
whole
do it.
new,
We can do an amendment to
we
it.
can do amendment to it.
so print a whole new one with the new,
Every salary ordinance 2025 dash whatever, the next one is,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And we can do that at our next meeting, which will be next week, and we'll see if we can catch it up before
Yeah.
the next pay.
And so on a more of a macro level as well, not only professional services, but I mean, anywhere we can cut back, I mean, I don't know, I'm preaching to the choir here, but one thing I say, printing supplies, and if we can go digital on any of this stuff, because I mean, it's just, we're way over budget on printing supplies, so it's just another small example, but anything you can do to cut back on that, I mean, we're already over budget 252% on printing supplies, I know it's a small number, relatively speaking, but, so I know we need some of this in front of us, but if there's anything we can do to get it bird out, virtual or digital, then, because I got a whole stack of it here, I just throw away.
Well, would you guys like me to not print the minutes and all that stuff that you guys have your own copy of?
The minutes, I think is okay. This, I'm not going to speak to myself here, but the payroll and the accounts payable, really, I mean, I could, because I would just look at his when I get here,
Okay.
sign off on it, and then, to be honest with you, I don't even look at that, so then
I think potentially if we could maybe reference that or.
if there's no way we can get an email to us before, but that might be too much.
At least maybe email out afterwards, we can reference back to it if we have to.
I mean, if you needed to reference it, you could just give me an email and I can send you one. I mean, I don't know, that would save ink and paper if I didn't print those. I know Dave didn't print those, but I thought it was better if you guys could have your eyes on them, but I can
Well,
always not.
and we can ask that one if you could produce them, one, and then if it can be done electronically, I think that would be fine. When are those documents created, when you do that?
The payroll one at the end of the system, that comes out.
So that'd be like on Friday?
No, probably on Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday
Okay,
of a pay week.
okay. I'd say just add your due process, but maybe just email those out to us.
Okay.
We have an advance look at it, and then,
And then the invoice one, the bill one, accounts payable, I usually enter invoices even up to the day of the meeting, and I just close it all out before the meeting starts, obviously, and that's when that prints, so. I could stop on the Friday before the meetings and not enter stuff on Mondays.
don't necessarily make it more difficult for you. We can talk about that,
Okay.
try to figure that out.
And that was, I mean, I just want to give examples to anything we can think of, let's go to send it out.
And some of that stuff could be stuff that we end up putting on a laptop and put up there if we have to, we all have to reference it, and then after the meeting, if we need to have it, ask for it, have it emailed out. So, okay. Anything else for under old business? If not, we'll move on to new business.
I do have one thing, I'm sorry, I
Sorry.
just saw it.
What are we on?
Next month, Rumpke goes up to 1903 from 17 whatever, has a $2, almost a $2 rate, increase.
This is year 2 of our agreement with them,
Yes.
so
They agreed to take that big jump that they tried to do. You talked to him and you agreed to half it. The other half starts, it's supposed to start, for the in July, but we bill in arrears. So she won't actually enter in the system until,
So it's going from 1903 to 1903 from what, 17?
56 or something like that.
yeah.
So it's a year from now, that agreement's gonna expire.
If you split it with him, yes, it's a 2-year yes,
If we
yes.
can confirm that, because what happened last time, and the last couple of times, they wait till the last minute, and then they throw out the new agreement proposal to us. I'd like to get ahead of it and maybe initiate a conversation with them about 3 to 5 months before this one expires.
And also, something that needs brought up, people call every week, my trash was missing, my trash was
I
missing.
called Larry very direct, I mean, I have his direct.
Yeah, that people call us and then we just text him.
Yeah.
The amount of money that you're being paid, 5 to 6 people a week get their stuff
So
missed.
they're missing our recycling about every other time they
Yeah,
do it now.
that's,
I've had to call
that's not
twice
good.
in the last 3 times, so.
They missed the whole, because when I called Larry and I said, was it just you, or, because sometimes it would be just be me, or sometimes, most of the time it's me up. That it's like they forget to make that turn when they come out of duplexes there.
I think there's a lot of missing for the money we pay for it. And we did have that one company that we were gonna get a quote from, remember the 812?
Mhm.
They, after you guys signed this, then we saw that other company.
I would say this, is there any way that we could, if we receive a phone call, start logging them, so we know? And have evidence, have information of what we've seen and what we'd like to address?
We put something in the next agreement that stipulates if somebody misses, then
Yeah.
something happens.
Okay. All right, anything else under old business? We'll do 5 count, not 3 count. Okay, we're gonna move on to new business. Under new business, we have quite a few sewer bill adjustments. Cover 8.
They're all pool fills except for one leak.
Okay. So, 7 pool fills, 1 leak. Jump to. Okay. Reviewing the sewer bill adjustment for the leak. The leak. Shut off.
They usually are, but that person's is not.
So that leak. Is this information showing us this the past usage?
Yes, this is what they usually use, and then this is the leak.
Okay. Do we have any evidence of this being actually fixed?
I believe that it's misstated.
Does it show off? This one, for leak indication, is shut off, neighbor and water company fixed leak.
Yeah, the water company came and fixed it because it was at the shut off. And so they don't have a receipt or anything. There's only like $22, right? It's the only credit they're getting.
Water's probably shut off to that house now, right? It's for sale. I don't think nobody living in it.
Just the,
I don't know, that's what I was looking for.
oh, I guess she just wrote it here.
Okay. All right.
No, she didn't attach the
Which else is
rate sheet on there.
Okay, that's fine. Looks like on this one, there's a pool for a, shut off fixed, monthly adjusted $22.85.
I move we approve the credit for the $22.85.
Okay.
I'll second.
All right, make the motion, anything for the second, all those in favor of the pool, or the leak adjustment, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign, so that passes. Just gonna sign down here, just,
Yes.
we're all used to signing stuff. Okay. Now, the rest of them are pool fills, ranging anywhere from $200 down to $30. And as everyone knows, and please make sure I'm correct, each resident of Brownstown will receive one sewer adjustment per year.
Yes, the lady came in today and she picked up the form to fill out for her pool adjustment. And she said she didn't realize that she could even do this. And she always just pays it. And her mother-in-law or somebody says, yes, we do this adjustment for ours every year. And I said, just note that if you then have a pipe burst and you have like a $700 water bill or sewer bill, you've already had your adjustment. So that's what you have to weigh.
So just so I understand, is it 365 or is it reset after?
360. I guess that would be up to you guys. I'd say in a calendar year.
I would think calendar year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because if they have a pipe burst in January, then they don't get it right off, and they file one, and they don't get it right off. Yeah, it'd be calendar.
I think that would be easiest, I think it'd be really hard to track different dates.
That's what I was thinking, I just want, we can proceed with this, I would maybe like some clarification, if anybody in the public has any questions on that, to make sure that we actually get that right in our next meeting.
We need to check in the ordinance, it might be stated in there.
I'm sure it is, I just don't know what it said.
Yeah.
Because if you did it within 365 days, if they decided to fill their pool 2 weeks earlier the next year, all of a sudden they're not eligible.
Yeah.
Right.
To me, that makes no sense.
Right. And whenever someone comes in, we always tell them, one adjustment a year.
Yeah,
So,
yep. So,
That's why I was surprised to see the leak adjustment of 2285, but they're moving at that, they're done at that. So that was their only time.
Right. But they don't have a pool probably.
No, but they'll not leak, they're selling a house, so that would be the only time they can take that. Yeah.
they don't care what happens.
Yeah.
okay, do we have any, motion on the other?
Can we make a motion just to cover all the pool fills?
Yes.
I make a motion to cover all the pool fills also.
Ron making the motion, is there a second?
Second.
Tim making the second. All those in favor of the motion to the pool bills, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign, and so that passes. As I sign these, is there anything else under new business?
These adjustments, is this something you guys don't want copies of too?
That's a lot of paper.
I would say this, if we could scan it, have it on the big screen, we kind of all take a look at it, say, hey, look. Maybe one for the original for this one, and the rest of them we could maybe have shoot up there.
Well, you would have all the originals.
I would have all the originals, but for like anyone else, we just, all right, take a look at it, this is what we're looking at for this one. They're claiming it is,
Or maybe don't put
Can't
the
you
pool.
upload them all to Google Drive, or we'll have access to Google Drive or something?
I think we probably need to look into doing that.
Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
If we can do something, because that's a ton of paper, it's really.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, I didn't copy those for Crystal tonight, because I knew she wasn't gonna be here to say.
I mean, right there, that's a big stack of paper for.
Yeah, I don't know how that Google Drive stuff works, but yeah.
If we can figure something
Well,
out
if
with
we
that.
ever wanna access it, you could access it. You just have to organize it by minutes for this. You know what I mean, so it's not like, okay, I can't have access to that, but you could.
I think that's how a lot of schools do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to figure out something, because Ashlyn started to send, her payroll hours to me on Google Drive, and I can't open them in there.
It won't allow you or what? That lock down.
It's not an
You may have
option.
to have some kind of account or
Do you
something.
use
Yeah.
Google?
We do not.
But we don't use Microsoft Office, but I know schools use Google.
Schools do, yeah. I was
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say,
why
Sheila and the
she's
kids have all used it, so that's why I know about it, but I've never used it myself.
Yeah, I can't open
Like I
any of
say,
the stuff
I
she
think
sends
most
me.
business is not Google, it's more
Teams and SharePoint and all that stuff.
all that stuff. It's like,
Well, we
it's the
just,
same thing, you just gotta figure out how to store somewhere everyone will have access to it.
I think we use Teams, because that's what they do. They upload for our board meetings, they upload everything to the board, they each have their own iPad, and they have all the documents on their paperless at the meeting. They do everything on their iPads, including signatures and stuff, so.
And you can work on the same document at the same time.
Absolutely. I mean, it's, obviously, that's not something that we can jump to right away, but if we can work our way towards that, I mean, you can access it on your phones then if we needed to, or if you have an iPad, bring it in and see it, or a computer even.
Okay.
But then we can get off on a tangent
Do we have anything else under new business?
Friday the Playground people are coming to 9:30 to drone out the new playground. Kind of set it out, see if we would need, retaining wall, see what trees need to come down for what we're planning, seeing what we have kind of chosen, and then how we can add pieces as we go, where it's at, and then the first meeting in August, I told them they didn't have to come because it's Kokomo, they want a team and do a presentation and show what they've laid out, what they have, you know, this is where we're at now, this is what we can do next time we get money, next time we get, you know, I mean, see where everybody's at, they'd like to do that. So I said, okay, that would be great, we should know, we should know at the end of August about our funding, they wanted to know, make sure that we could get done by the end of the year, so we wouldn't have a problem. If it's ordered August 31st, it could be implemented by end of October, so we're good there. We put off the concrete on the pool for a month or two because obviously we're gonna remain open. Since we're gonna install this pump, there was no sense to install for 2 weeks and close the pool. But like I said, we've got all kind of different things planned if we can remain open. My only thing is, it keeps being, oh, it's gonna be here tomorrow, it's gonna be here tomorrow, it's gonna be here tomorrow, is it gonna be here tomorrow? You know, I don't know. It was gonna be here 2 weeks ago, it's gonna be here Friday, it's gonna be here today. It's in Indianapolis, it'll be here in the morning. Like, where is it, I guess is my question.
The very first pump was lost, and it showed up in Illinois, and Illinois has no idea where it went. This one is in Illinois, the second one had to come from California, start over. It is in Illinois, and will be in Indianapolis tomorrow. We're talking to the actual Griswold pump people now. We are bypassing our go-through. And they assure us that it will be in Indianapolis tomorrow and B&H can go pick it up. If it shows up in Indianapolis, I didn't talk to him, Kathy did. I would have asked more detailed questions, maybe like, what time tomorrow? And if it's 3 or 4, I don't know that they'll go pick it up till, what's it? I don't know those kind of details.
Yeah. We know how long the install will take. If it comes Thursday, it would still be.
A couple hours, I'm guessing, something like that. I didn't think it was any big deal to put it in.
We still have not got costs on, removing all the pumps and them storing them. We're waiting on that, they have not given us anything. I don't know if there's other electrical places that also offer that, or if it's one place, or does other places offer that as well, like Should We Shop,
We're looking for another quote, I would reach out to Mealy Electric.
Beasley?
Yep.
but 2 of the pumps are new, so is it worth storing them?
I think.
I would think
especially
so.
want to store them just to prevent the winter. If they have any water in them or something, I can see them busting.
I wonder, I feel like Sean should be able to take them out and store them in the street building, because that's climate controlled in there. I mean, he couldn't necessarily do any PM on them.
Well, maybe if he did like couple taking them out, way that maybe where we store them at, if B and H or B or somebody can take them out for us and put them back in maybe. You have to ask Sean. I mean, I don't know what the pumps are, I
I
have no
don't know
idea.
anything either.
Yeah, I don't either, I'm just thinking, because he's involved when they turn everything on and hook everything up.
I think even with the PM, it's gonna be like every year.
But I think they were gonna take them out
They're gonna take them out.
and
every
look
fall.
at it,
No, but the actual, like, the maintenance part of it.
just look at it, oh, that seal's cracked,
Yeah,
need to fix it. Oh, that looks great, put it on the shelf.
yeah,
It wasn't gonna do something every year,
yes.
only as needed.
They're just gonna inspect them when they take them out.
Right.
As needed.
Right.
Okay.
Sorry, I walked in late, and once it would be installed, it would be open until,
So as long as we had chemicals, we were gonna stay open through August, because she had high school staff and enough lifeguards that didn't get enough hours that wanted to stay on, some of them don't start college yet. So she was gonna do the morning lap swims, she was going to do, some water aerobics, maybe a movie night. She's trying to get, some parties back
We've got one back already.
in the evenings, probably swim lessons or no, I don't know, she's just really trying hard to recoup some of the funds. The health department has agreed to continue on Tuesday nights for the $450. They're going on that, so that gives us another 4 weeks of that. So I thought it was a great idea.
I feel like you'll get turned out on Saturdays in August. It's still hot as crap out.
Well, I think there's so much negativity about not having the pump, maybe it'll end on a brighter note that, oh, we can go swimming after school, or we can go swimming on Tuesday nights, that
yeah,
it may end on a more positive.
I think it's gonna be us promoting,
Right.
trying to give it a chance, but I mean, there's a Saturday with nice weather in August, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So as soon as it's in, then we can really promote it. Because that first night we promoted the Tuesday night swim, she promoted it like 2 hours before, we had 150 kids. So a lot of people watch that pool page.
I was gonna say, I saw quite a few people say, hey, there's a pool program. There's people wanting to get to
Yes.
that pool, so.
There was one night at the leisure pool, the baby pool, she had 78 kids in that pool. And she had 6 guards around it, and she was standing in the middle. And the kids were like having a ball, but she's like, they were.
And I was gonna ask Zach, but he's not here liability wise, I have so many people that say we have to go to North Vernon because they will allow us to go down and slide with our children, but Brownstown will not. So I don't know what that is, like why we will not let an adult go down with their kid on the slide.
So the child is not
Tall
tall
enough.
enough to ride on their own.
So then the adult can go with them,
Yeah,
you know, and they're like, well, we go to North Vernon because they allow it there, but Brownstown doesn't. It's 3 foot, so most of the kids can touch. I don't know.
But it's 4, what is the height for the slide?
I don't know.
I think it's right at 4.
So I don't know.
No, it's gotta be,
what the-
it's gotta be less
or
than
if
4
they
foot,
were
because Ally used to
electronic-
be able to do it, and she,
Oh, why can't we allow
4
it
foot
to go
forever.
down it?
So we have to be careful, I mean, we just have to make a rule, but just be careful, like, siblings aren't doing it. I mean, I'm tall enough, so I'll take it. No, it's either
Right.
adult or,
I just know how a lot of people ask that. Why can't we?
and at pool parties, anybody can go
do you
down.
think that would be
I
a
don't think so.
big, an ordeal if pool was open, they could toss them, they could jump in, they could do whatever else?
They still won't allow them.
No, but like, do you think that they're focusing on, just the slides about the only thing these kids are kind of in between
Right.
can do right now? Otherwise, they'd probably be a big pool jumping and doing whatever, rock climbing, whatever else. Do you think that's just,
I don't know, I think it's this, the little thing in the center is too small. I think the rock climb's too big. I think that's your attraction, and then we're not allowing them. You know, so it's like, what is there to do here? Well, let's go to North Vernon with babysitter, and then we can go down there. And I understand it's a drive, but I'm just trying to I just get asked that constantly.
Maybe you need to understand why North Barton allows it too.
Correct,
Just because they're doing it doesn't mean
right.
it's right.
That's why I was gonna ask that, is there liability?
I wonder what
against it?
Seymour's rule is.
I don't know, do they have a,
That water slide like ours, yeah.
Uh-huh.
you can ask that.
Megan's short, and I remember she could never go down it, but she could swim. And dive off the diving board, do everything, but not fly, and that was so aggravating.
Allie was on the swim team and wasn't allowed to go down.
I mean, you go down everywhere else, all the other places, we just will not, in our pool, I know. We have lifeguards.
Maybe something to look into.
Yeah. And that may,
That could maybe be an old rule.
you may dig into that and
Could have been a rule from before when they didn't have near as many lifeguards even there.
yeah.
How long have they had the water
I
slide?
think exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, that's good.
And maybe we'll give points in direction, make sure we're covered insurance purposes. That's what we do, so. Anything else on the business?
And then Joey, did he bring his additional funds?
He did not.
George was paid for baseball.
He paid for baseball, but, it didn't add up, Sonia brought the numbers that she had thought and the amount. And so then we talked to Brian, and he said he was supposed to bring an additional 800, I think.
I've not gotten it yet. I did go ahead and deposit the first check. I waited till whatever discussion happened before I deposited it, but it went in today.
So I got thinking where the 22 come from, it's 22 or 11 times 200. So that's why they didn't make it, I mean, it makes sense now where they come up with that number come from, but.
100 per,
No,
Per-
it was 200 the rate last year. We increased the field from 200 to 300 this year, right?
Yeah.
So my guess is we used last year.
it didn't get passed on.
Yeah.
But while we're talking about that, did get feedback that they can get a turf field in Greensburg for $225. So he said he's maybe looking at not having as many tournaments here next year because of that. So we're gonna.
And I guess he's having help with, problems with, baseball association working on the fields. I didn't really understand that, but helping with the fields up there, if it's raining a lot.
Just talking to local business owners, they do appreciate when the tournaments are in town.
But he only paid us 300 total.
Right, so
So he's getting each field for 150. He's gonna pay 225.
I need to look at the ordinance and see how it's spelled out, because their understanding was it was, well, 300 for the big field, whatever the big field is classified as. So I don't know if they're assuming there's nothing for the little field, or they don't use the little field, or,
Well, it depends, and that would be done through the PBA. So it have one with town park, and then figure out the PBA, and they would have that with the PBA.
so they can only rent one field from us.
That's a little bit jurisdiction, the rest of them go through the PBA.
So
Well,
would
that
be
makes sense
three.
then. I didn't realize that. I thought we had 2.
Okay, so that makes sense.
But the high school gets funds for the high school.
That's separate.
Yeah, that's separate.
Right.
How many fields are in the park?
There's 3 fields in the park, but the 2 little ones are BBA. We only have the old men's softball field.
Okay, I thought there were 4.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't have.
Well, that makes complete sense.
Okay.
So, yes, if he gives us the other
So
800, we're
three,
good.
okay.
Well,
They had a rain out, which we're not paying for, which is
Yeah.
okay with that.
yeah.
And then our guys will do maintenance and prep for the big field. It would be up to BBA to be prepped for the other 2 nights.
I thought there was an upper 2 and a lower 2. Okay.
Just the other 2.
So maybe the upper 2 are not getting prepped or something.
The other 2, I think, are not being prepped. I think years past, there was a pretty strong organization where they had volunteers or they're local. I think some that are on the board are also coaching travel ball, which means they're actually on site somewhere else with the team. It's hard for them to get there first thing Saturday morning to prep those fields. Now, do they have someone else that can come do that, the mows, and whatever else? They may, so. may just be better communication of what those expectations are.
He must have had a lot more last year, because we got 3,200 last year from him,
And was it only 200 last year?
3,200.
No, it was only 200 at that tournament though, so it was 16.
So does that include fall? This is a new fall ball.
Yeah, he's only had, the calendar only went through August, so if he does anything past August, then it's not paid for. He adjusted through August. So if he does any September, October, that would be additional money.
I know that they've, Little Greensburg has turf, Little Vernon has turf,
Sarah
Sarah
Lynn
still play, still play at Seymour.
Yeah.
Those are people with quads, we have 2.5, I mean, so it's one of those where our offering is different than other places. In other places, we are more attractive having that turf, so.
Then at least, they may have cherry picked, but at least Greensburg is cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
What's
they're
he paid
based
for the
out
high
of North
school?
Vernon too, so that their office is right over there on 7 between town and where the Highway 50 goes.
Alan was,
Greensburg area. and-
yeah,
I mean, really.
Alan was very professional taking our money the other day.
Thank you.
All right, that.
Do you know what he paid for the high school field this year?
I don't.
$100 a game, I
A game?
think.
Dang.
So we could have paid like 500 a day?
I thought that's what Brian said, $100 a game, because it's a $2.5 million facility.
Mm.
Well, it's worth it. They don't ever get canceled. I mean, unless it's lightning, they play.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I remember.
All right, anything else under new business?
Maybe if he doesn't bring that check by Friday, I'll get a review and someone can reach back out to him to get the last thing.
I gotta ask you, hands-free this meeting?
What's that?
Are you hands-free?
Yeah, right now. Yeah. I can see him on TV though. Everything's on TV, he's right. If you make a move at all,
She grabs it, doesn't she?
it picks it up, it.
I put my chapstick on and looked over there, and the screen's on me, I was like,
What if you're sitting over in that corner?
yes,
Over, well, it did, it picked up Brian too. yeah.
yes,
And picked it up
360.
For sure,
360.
360.
Move to close.
No motion?
Or adjourn, sorry.
I make a motion to adjourn, I second.
For a second, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, yeah, can you just answer this
To turn it off, just click up here to stop.